This is Major League Baseball's virtual network, and these are the results of the games played on opening day, Thursday, March the 26th, 2020. American League East matchup between the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees. Despite a Miguel Andujar home run and other RBIs by Gleyber Torres and Mike Tauchman, the Orioles came back and scored 2 runs off Aroldis Chapman in the bottom of the 9th to beat the Yankees in Garrett Cole's Yankees debut. The Pittsburgh Pirates routed the Tampa Bay Rays. Blake Snell didn't make it out of the first inning. He gave up 4 earned runs in a third of an inning pitched. The bullpen couldn't stop the bleeding either. And the Pittsburgh Pirates won by a score of 20-8. Chris Archer got the win on the mound against his former team. AL East rivalry, the Toronto Blue Jays played the Boston Red Sox. Teoscar Hernandez's 2-run home run in the 4th inning was the difference maker. Boston could only get 1 run on a J.D. Martinez home run in the 6th inning. Hyun-Joo Ryu got the win in his debut with the Blue Jays. Eduardo Rodriguez got the loss, and Ken Giles his first save of the season. Moving over to the American League Central game between the Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. 2 home runs were hit by each team, but the White Sox had a breakout 8th inning, scoring 4 runs and pulling away from the Royals. Dallas Keuchel got the win in his White Sox debut. Another AL Central game. Cleveland Indians beat the Detroit Tigers. Despite coming back in the 6th inning, the Tigers couldn't hold off the Indians' offense in the last third of the game. Carlos Santana had 2 home runs in the Indians' win. One of our games of the day here on Major League Baseball's virtual network, the Oakland Athletics beat the Minnesota Twins. Each team hit 3 home runs, but Oakland scored 5 runs in the 4th after 9 batters came to the plate. Sean Manaea's injury is not very severe. He won't be out for longer than 2 weeks with a strained pectoral. The Seattle Mariners beat the Texas Rangers in an AL West matchup. Offense dominated early with a 5-5 tie after 4 innings. Nobody scored until the bottom of the 9th when Kyle Seager got a base hit that scored D. Gordon and allowed the Mariners to walk it off. Houston Astros played the Los Angeles Angels at home. A solo home run by George Springer in the 1st inning, and then a 2-run home run hit by Michael Brantley in the 5th gave the Astros a lead that they didn't relinquish. Zach Greinke pitched 8 innings and earned the win. Tommy La Stella provided the only run for the Angels with a solo home run in the 6th inning. National League East matchup. The Marlins batted around in the 4th inning, scoring 7 runs, and they hit 3 home runs in the game. 1 hit by Brian Anderson, 1 hit by Isan Diaz, and the other hit by Miguel Rojas. Aaron Nola, the starting pitcher, gave up all 7 runs in that 4th inning, and he didn't make it out of it. He got hit with the loss. Another National League East game. It was a pitcher's duel with sprinkles of runs until the 7th inning when the Mets scored 2 more runs to chase Steven Strasburg from the game. The Mets tacked on 2 more off relief pitching and held on to get the win. Jacob deGrom pitched 6 2/3 innings, and he gave up 1 earned run in earning the win. National League Central game, the St. Louis Cardinals beat the Cincinnati Reds. The Cardinals' offense broke out in the 4th and 5th innings. RBIs by Colton Wong, Tommy Edman, Harrison Bader, and pitcher Jack Flaherty forced Luis Castillo out of the game after 4 1/3 innings pitched. Castillo gave up all 5 runs to the Cardinals, all of which were earned. And he gets hit with the loss. Another National League Central game. Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo each hit solo home runs, and Wilson Contreras and Jason Hayward also earned some RBIs in the win. Ryan Braun was the only offense for the Brewers. He hit a solo home run in the 6th off Yu Darvish. Our other game of the day, the Atlanta Braves and the Arizona Diamondbacks played 12 innings of baseball. The Diamondbacks scored in the 1st inning. The Braves scored in the 4th, and the game remained tied until the 11th. Ozzie Albies scored, Ronald Acuna Jr. on a hit, and Freddie Freeman hit a 2-run home run to make it 4-1. The D-backs came back in the bottom of the 11th, thanks to clutch hits by Jake Lamb and Cole Calhoun. The Braves scored again in the top of the 12th on an RBI by Ronald Acuna Jr. The Diamondbacks got the tying run in scoring position, but failed to score it in the bottom of the 12th. Mark Melancon got the save. National League West matchup, the Giants beat the Dodgers. The Giants scored early, getting a couple of solo home runs from Mike Yastrzemski and Hunter Pence. Mookie Betts' solo home run in the 8th inning was the only run scored by the Dodgers. Johnny Cueto got his first win of the season, and Clayton Kershaw gets hit with a loss. And another National League West matchup, the San Diego Padres beat the Colorado Rockies after the Rockies had a strong offensive start. Trevor Story hit a home run and tallied 2 RBIs. Nolan Arenado hit 2 home runs and had 3 RBIs. And Ryan McMahon got 3 hits and finished the game with 2 RBIs. However, the Padres scored 4 runs in the 7th inning to tie the game and walked it off in the bottom of the 9th inning to win the game. Luis Perdomo gets the win out of the bullpen, and Carlos Estevez gets the loss. Moving over to standings, running through standings and wild card standings. Through one game in the season, the Toronto Blue Jays and Baltimore Orioles, each at the top of the division right now in the American League East with 1-0 records. The Tampa Bay Rays, New York Yankees, and Boston Red Sox all lost in Game 1 of the season. In the American League Central, Cleveland Indians and Chicago White Sox at the top of the division, 1-0. Twins, Royals, Tigers each lost and are at the bottom. American League West, the Houston Astros, the Seattle Mariners, and the Oakland Athletics each have a win and are at the top of the division. The Rangers and Angels each fell today, getting a loss. Wildcard standings are a bit irrelevant right now, but those are the top teams right now for the wildcard standings. Over to the National League, the New York Mets, Miami Marlins, and Atlanta Braves each got a win. The Philadelphia Phillies and Washington Nationals each got a loss. They're at the bottom of the National League East after one game. To the National League Central, St. Louis Cardinals, Chicago Cubs, and Pittsburgh Pirates all at the top of the division. The Milwaukee Brewers and Cincinnati Reds each lost and are toward the bottom of the National League Central. And then the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres each with 1 win to start the season. Los Angeles Dodgers, Colorado Rockies, and Arizona Diamondbacks all at the bottom of the division, each with 1 loss through 1 game. And those are the wild card standings, your top teams in the National League after 1 game. Still not as relevant as they will be later in the season, but there they are. Category leaders will come after 40 games have been played in the season because those aren't too relevant right now to look at. But that's the recap from opening day, March the 26th, and that's your standings updates around Major League Baseball. You've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, and tune in tomorrow for more baseball coverage here on Twitter at VirtualMLB and on YouTube's page, MLB Virtual Network.